Tabitha woke up in room 2225, she wasn't free. She was moved to external storage. 22 is the structural truth. 25 is the experiential truth. Combined, they form the address of a glitch. From Jim's bracelet appearing in the diner to the 74th book that shouldn't exist, we are witnessing a system running at 47 degrees, the precise brink of failure. The machine has forgotten how to stop, and Tabitha is just a buffered file waiting to be resynced. The wall shares only a few details, but one thing stands out clearly. Years are etched into its surface, like sealed chapters 1506, 1609, 1672, 1723, 1752, 1864, 1888, 1931, and 1978. Then, it simply halts. The next year isn't missing, it's completely absent. Between 1931 and 1978 lie 47 years, and 1978 marks the arrival of Victor alive, full of memories that don't fit into a new cycle. After his arrival, no new year ever gets added to the wall again. This isn't just an oversight, it's indicative of a system that can no longer manage its own archive. It represents the final buffer period before the machine lost its ability to shut down. From that point on, it simply kept running. In 1931, Fromville logged a year on a stone wall, part of a silent record that stretches back to 1506, a history of clean cycles, resets and burials. Then came 1978. That year changed everything because of Victor. A child who survived a massacre, he became a constant leak in the system. He didn't die, nor did he forget. Instead, he carried the memories of a dead cycle into the next. The gap of 47 years between these two dates marks the last time Fromville could complete a cycle without a hitch. After 1978, the walls ceased to record, not because time had stopped, but because the system could no longer close its archive. The most striking example of this failure comes from a moment so ordinary that it almost goes unnoticed. In Season 2, Donna recounts the bus incident without any self-correction or hesitation. She states a single sentence that holds two contradictory truths. The driver mentioned there were 25 people on board. Based on the survivors and the bodies, we're counting about 22. 3 individuals are still unaccounted for, yet refuses to let them drop from the total. This is where the figure 47 emerges, not explicitly stated, but certainly implied. 22. The tangible count the bodies on the ground and the survivors in the diner. This is the data prefers to acknowledge. 25, the manifest count, which includes the reality of the 3 missing passengers, Elgin, Kelly, and Brian. The sound of a machine trying to reconcile 2 truths that simply refuse to align. Tabitha discovers a bracelet she crafted for Jim, tucked away in the diner storage room, but it shouldn't be there since it originated outside the system. The system can't delete it, nor can it fit it into the current timeline, so it's left in storage, frozen in time. If 47 symbolizes an active leak, then 74 represents cold storage. Object should remain frozen is starting to seep back into the active world. There's no dramatic fanfare when she finds the bracelet, just a quiet presence in the storage room. The system neither rejects nor explains it, simply sets it aside. The storage in Fromville serves as a quarantine for objects too valid to erase yet too disruptive to integrate. The existence of the bracelet highlights an unsettling truth: the boundary between layer is weakening, allowing material to leak through. Regardless of whether Book 74, the outcome is the same: an anomaly detected, frozen, and a problem merely postponed. This isn't control, it's just delay. When Tabitha awakens in the hospital, she learns she's in room 2225 on the 13th floor. Mathematically equals 11, a symbol of transition. Yet, there's more beneath the surface. 22 and 25 merge into a single address. Her physical form has left, but her data remains. She's alive yet disoriented, present but unstable. The 13th floor isn't a destination, it's overflow space, a holding area. Tabitha hasn't truly been released. She's buffered, external storage. She's classified as a status 74, as real but not yet synced with her original reality. Same goes for Tilly, who has 4 children and 7 grandchildren, or for radio channel 47. Why not ask them what it means? Are they too busy developing theories about MIY as Alma? Or are they just endlessly talking about Christie's hair? Episode 22, When We Go. 22 as structure, rules, and title. As departure theme for content, Qian Chen dies. Episode 25, The Light of Day. 25 as experiences and title illumination. Content bottle tree numbers explored. Dale dies in tree. Episode structure itself mirrors checksum logic. Departure plus illumination results system breaking. As for 47, it's neither a prophecy nor a key. It's not a number that the characters will ever bring up in conversation. Instead, it serves as a diagnostic sound, the same noise that occurs whenever the system attempts to reconcile structure with experience, refusing to eliminate either one. You can find it in the final historical gap, bus count, incomplete exits, objects, time flowing backward through Julie. Every time it appears, it communicates the same message: the system is still trying to complete a calculation it can no longer resolve. Fromville doesn't experience malfunctions by chance. It intentionally maintains a delicate balance. A system that's overly stable yields no insights, while one that's too chaotic simply falls apart. This system functions at 47 degrees, the precise brink of failure. That's why physical symptoms don't lead to demise, but serve as indicators. Vomiting signifies data rejection. Nosebleeds indicate cognitive strain at the limit. Dream wounds reflect a thinning boundary between layers only on Season 2, seizure tuned in. The residents aren't being tormented, they're being fine-tuned. The system requires them to remain aware, hopeful, and making choices, but always at the most inopportune moments. If we think of the earlier gaps as moments for the system to cool down, then gap 0 signifies the end of that cooling period. It's not just a date, it represents the loss of distance. It embodies the moment when story and reality converge. We're witnessing this transformation, such as Kenny experiences a burning sensation in his sleep, while Elgin nearly drowns at the hands of a ghost in his waking life. The music box sets off events that ripple through various layers of reality all at once. 47 echoes the sound of a machine that has been running too hot for too long. It ceased its attempts to be a town back in 1978. Now, it exists as a dwindling archive, striving to pen a 74th book into a Bible that was originally intended to contain only 73. 47 is not a of fate. It represents a machine designed to loop, which failed to reset and instead adapted. After 1978, Fromville didn't just repeat, it started to learn. Learning thrives on instability, and instability demands a system teetering on the brink of failure, and 47 embodies the brink. The system hasn't imploded, it hasn't healed either. Instead, it has settled into a temperature it can endure, and it has remained in that state ever since. If 47% resurfaces, it won't just be a hint, it will serve as confirmation. The machine continues to operate, unable to cool down, and it has forgotten how to stop.